Good morning, and welcome to the hooding ceremony for the Doctor of Dental Medicine class of 2024, our 10th graduating class. I'm Dr. William Harmon, and I have the privilege of serving as Associate Dean for Admissions and Student Affairs at the College of Dental Medicine. I would like to, in addition to welcoming all of you here, extend a special welcome to the friends and family who are live streaming our ceremony from most of the United States and many foreign countries. At this time, I invite you to rise for the national anthem, which will be sung by Mr. Dale Hoops, who works with our Office of Academic Affairs.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Dale, for your performance of our national anthem. As many of you know, and many of you will learn, the folks who are at the College of Dental Medicine are an extraordinarily talented group, and you've just heard an example of that. At this time, it's my privilege to introduce Dr. Renee Kaufman, President of Roseman University of Health Sciences, who will bring greetings on behalf of the university and introduce our trustees and chancellor.
Good morning, and let me be among the first to congratulate this 10th graduating class of our College of Dental Medicine. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to the families and all of those who supported you through your journey here at Roseman. We're very proud of you, and we're looking forward to seeing what you'll do in the future. We have only the highest hopes for all of you and all of the accomplishments you'll have. On behalf, again, of the university and its Board of Trustees, I would like to introduce two of our trustees who are with us today, Mark Howard, Carlene Walker, and I'd also like to introduce the Chancellor of our South Jordan campus, Jeremy Wells, over there. All right, and with that, I will turn the program back over.
Thank you, Dr. Kaufman. At events like today, people often wonder why we have a stage party and why we introduce the members of the stage party. It's because each of them are here to witness your transition from being a student dentist to being a dentist, and they do so on behalf of their constituencies. These individuals include healthcare heroes from our university, the College of Dental Medicine, and the profession. And each of you, each member of our audience, is here in the role not only of friend, family, or mentor, but you also are here representing the public who all of our class members will serve. I'm going to introduce them now, and as your name is called, please stand and remain standing until all have been introduced. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been announced. You've met Dr. Kaufman, president of our university. Trustee Mark Howard, go ahead and stand. Trustee Carlene Walker, Chancellor Jeremy Wells, our keynote speaker, Mr. Stephen Thorne, founder and CEO of Pacific Dental Services, College of Dental Medicine deans and faculty, Dr. Frank LeCarry, Dean, Dr. James Hupp, Dr. William Carroll, Dr. Rachel Novak, Dr. John Fairbanks, Dr. Dwayne Winden, Dr. Angela Christensen. Representing the Utah Dental Association, Dr. Mark Taylor. Representatives from your class, Cooper Lynch, Juan Arbizu, Noreen Ishunovna, Landon Lettingham, Kylie Lynn. I also ask the members of our faculty seated on stage and in the audience to stand as well. Working together, all of us make a difference in the lives of our students, patients, and for each other. And along the way, we continue to set new standards for dental education, research, and clinical care. Your service has been nothing less than extraordinary. Thank you for all that you do for our university and the public we serve. Thank you. I now invite graduating student Kylie Lynn to the podium to welcome this gathering of lifelong colleagues.
Good morning. My fellow graduates, these last 4 years have been a long, arduous journey, but here we are with so much to celebrate as we pass another milestone in our lives. As I was thinking about what I would say to you this morning, my mind kept wandering back to all those lessons we can learn from geese. You can't be surprised as we are surrounded by them on campus every day. As you know, geese, very much like our class, are by no means ordinary. They are masters of teamwork, perseverance, resilience, leadership, and gratitude. Throughout our journey, we have made some unforgettable memories and gained a reputation that was uniquely us. For instance, let's not forget how we began our D1 year, in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, taking classes over Zoom. Many of us even in our childhood bedrooms. Not exactly how we envisioned starting dental school, but uniquely us. We, to this day, are known as the COVID class, but not because we started in 2020 or for any other reason you might think. It's because, while most people were masking and remaining isolated, we found it necessary to go to Taco Tuesdays and meet up at Jordan Station, causing impossible contact tracing for Dr. Hupp and leading our class to be quarantined away from campus numerous times. Uniquely us. Sorry, Dr. Hupp, too soon. Then there was D2 year and the post-exam review sessions. Who could forget our unwavering support of each other while arguing for additional points back with quotes like, "I know I chose the wrong answer, but hear me out." Or, "I know I read the question wrong, but let me explain why my answer was right." And then everyone else in the class chiming in with support, saying things like, "Yep, that makes sense to me. I think they deserve those points back." Again, we were relentless and uniquely us. In D3 year, although the primary focus was on preparing for and passing boards, we found ways to live that work hard, play hard balance. On those built-in study days, you could find us exploring national parks, skiing at Brighton, hiking the canyons, heading to Vegas, sharing meals, celebrating holidays, and even traveling internationally. Yes, uniquely us. This past year, we've had to dig deep. It has taken resilience, perseverance, and unwavering support of each other to pass our 5-part licensure exam. In addition to some of us applying to residencies all while mentoring the underclassmen and providing care for our patients. It was no easy feat, but all accomplished by being, say it with me guys, uniquely us. And now, just as geese express thanks to their fellow flock members, I'd like to acknowledge and appreciate those who have helped us along our journey. To the families and loved ones who have been the wind beneath our wings, especially during the times we didn't think we could continue to fly. Words are never enough, but thank you. To the administration, faculty, assistants, staff, and all mentors who have transformed us from baby goslings into mature, competent geese, your guidance has been undeniable and invaluable. I know our first flights weren't always pretty, but your kindness and patience got us through. We simply wouldn't be here today without you. We will be forever grateful, so thank you. To our friends and lifelong colleagues who flew next to us and gave us love and support whenever we needed it, whether it was a nod of encouragement from an adjacent operatory, having a shoulder to cry on whenever we felt discouraged or overwhelmed, merely decompressing after a cathartic meal after a stressful and exhausting day. Thank you for always being there, so we never flew alone. Class of 2024, we have traveled the miles together, helped each other along the way, transformed from dental students into doctors, and most importantly, we've moved our entire flock across the finish line, all while remaining true to our original 3 commitments that we made that very first day of dental school. Specifically, the commitment to help each other become the very best we can be and to celebrate our successes, all by being us. We have reached the end of our path of migration, only to start a new journey with a new gaggle of geese. So, as we each go our separate ways and land in different ponds, remember, just as geese encourage their flock with really loud honks, that wherever you go and whatever you do, you take the support of this gaggle of lifelong colleagues with you, always. Okay, one last time, let them hear you. Now, one final thing, class of 2024. Just as no 2 rocks are alike, let these stones be a reminder for you to always fly high and be uniquely you. Congratulations, doctors. Now I invite Dr. LeCarey, Dean of the College of Dental Medicine, to the podium to introduce our keynote speaker.
Thank you, Kylie, for welcoming us to this gathering of lifelong colleagues. It is a pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Stephen Thorne. Stephen Thorne is the founder and CEO of Pacific Dental Services, PDS, a prominent dental and medical support organization established in 1994. Based in Irvine, California, PDS delivers comprehensive business support services to nearly 1,000 dental and primary care practices in 25 states, operating in major markets across the United States. PDS is dedicated to integrating dental and medical care and supporting clinicians in their professional growth. Mr. Thorne's leadership has solidified PDS as an expert in the mouth-body connection, advocating for enhanced collaboration between dental and medical professionals to optimize patient outcomes. He actively contributes to industry organizations and academic institutions promoting the integration of oral health and medicine. Mr. Thorne graduated from the University of California, Los Angeles with a degree in business economics and earned a master's degree in health administration from Chapman University. In recognition for his contributions, he was awarded an honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters from A.T. Still University, the world's first osteopathic medical school, in 2016. Currently residing in Nevada with his wife Pam, they have been married for 32 years and have 7 children and 6 grandchildren. Please join me in welcoming Steve Thorne.
Thank you for that kind introduction. 7 grandchildren now. 7 grandchildren. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today and welcome all of you to this incredible profession and graduating from this incredible school. I remember spending time with Harry Rosenberger about 15 years ago when this school was just an idea in his mind. And to come here now and see how this has come alive is just so exciting. And then to hear about the move to Henderson is even more exciting because it's going to be in my hometown. So it's really exciting to be here and support you. I get the opportunity to go around to a lot of schools and meet a lot of deans because of our organization. We support and clinicians now across the United States, and I can honestly tell you that getting to know Dr. LeCurry, that you have one of the best. He is thinking ahead, he's planning ahead, and you got, I'm sure, just an incredible experience here at Roseman. So thank you for inviting me. You know, I just want to open up with what an exciting time it is to be in oral health care. I've been at this 36 years in dentistry, and I can honestly say this is truly the best of times, and you're coming into it. I wish I was your age, and coming into this profession, it is so exciting and such an exciting time to be in oral health care. You know, one of my favorite quotes comes from Henry David Thoreau, and he said, "One is not born into this world to do everything, but to do something." My interpretation of this is to find what you are uniquely good at and go after it in the best way you possibly can to fulfill your unique purpose in this profession. You know, I'm quite a bit older than you guys are graduating, and I've come to be thinking a lot lately about where I fit in this profession, where PDS fits in this profession, and how we will be viewed in the future. And I think these are great questions to wrestle with, even for you now, and I'd encourage you to wrestle with them now. You know, what do you want your professional legacy to be? What is unique and interesting about how you are going to proceed in your career? And another way to think about it is what do you do that's interesting and unique in this massive profession we're in? This profession's $175 billion just in the United States. And now the profession is integrating worldwide. You know, maybe you want to have the practice of your dreams where you can be incredibly proud of your community and be the beacon of excellence for your community. One that fulfills your purpose of serving your community and builds your legacy. For the ultimate professional satisfaction, I think it's imperative that we're intentional about finding that something that we are really good at that's unique, that something that Thoreau wrote about. You know, we can't do everything, as he said, but we sure can do something. You are coming in, as I said, into this profession, I believe, at the right time. It is the golden age of oral health care in America. And it's up to each of us to find how our unique perspective and how we build that amazing legacy. It's not easy, though. In order to do that, we have to continue to stay on the top of our game, continuing to learn. It takes hard work. I love the quote from Denzel Washington, somebody that's worked hard for 50 years to stay relevant in his career. He said, "Hard work works. Hard work is what successful people do." Providers of dental health care in the United States, you're in the midst of so many rapid changes right now for those, and it creates so many opportunities for those who want to work hard. You know, we've got this major demographic shift. We're going to see a 50% increase in seniors in America in the next 15 years. Those are your future patients. We have changing practice settings. With your degree now, there's so much opportunity for you to go out and find your unique purpose. There's increased business complexities, both good and coming your way. Consumer behavior changes are, in a positive way, coming into dentistry because oral health is being recognized more and more as part of our overall health. And I think the biggest one is new science and technologies that are coming into our profession. You know, up until recently, most dentists practiced the way my grandfather practiced. He graduated Harvard School of Dental Medicine in 1939. And my father graduated UOP Dental School in 1966. And they pretty much practiced the same way, those 100 years. They each practiced over 50 years. And they pretty much practiced the same way. But I'll tell you what, the future oral health care providers, you guys, you will not be practicing the same way they did. From my perspective, science and technology are causing fundamental shifts in oral health care. It's moving to be more predictive using the power of genomics and saliva testing and all sorts of other things that are happening right now. And moving to more personalized and preventive care. You know, I sit on the board of the Forsyth Institute, so I get to see all this stuff 5, 6, 7, 10 years in advance of when it actually comes into the marketplace. And it's really exciting what's coming your way. And I believe the future is about how you support these close, intimate relationships with your patients as one of the things we call it, how we serve them in the gap, how we communicate with them in the gap of their visits to you. These continuous conversations, because they see it in social media, they read in the news about how oral health matters to their overall health. And I say, finally, it's happening now. It's at the early stages, but grasp it. It's the future of oral health care in America. And so much is going to be driven by quantifiable self-devices. I'm wearing my Oura ring, so I know my blood pressure's probably up a little now, and I'll get to see all that afterwards. But all that's coming to your profession too. And it is creating all these opportunities. And patients will be self-diagnosing, you know, but then they get to bring you into that self-diagnosing and collaborate with different care providers in an integrated manner. And it's going to be really interesting to see how you manifest your practice into that integrative care. A quick example, maybe you read about it. There was a published article a few weeks ago about colon cancer and how they have now found, and colon cancer is the second leading cause of death of cancers in America. And they found that there's a bacteria that causes the drugs that attack colon cancer doesn't work if they have this bacteria in these tumors. And that bacteria starts in the mouth, FN. They were surprised about this. I mean, we're not surprised because it comes in the mouth and swallows, goes in our gut, it goes elsewhere, right? But they were surprised. I wonder how many gastroenterologists work with their dentists today. And I wonder how many dentists work with their gastroenterologists today. These silos are breaking down, and I'm sure in the future that will be part of your practice. Interdisciplinary collaboration is finally changing how oral health care providers integrate with the broader healthcare system. And we're seeing it not only in the United States, we're seeing this all across the world. If I can have you remember one thing from my welcome to the profession, and welcome to the profession, remember that serving is at the core of dentistry. Your practice is an ecosystem. You know, the patients that you see, their mouths are connected to their bodies are connected to their lives, and their lives are connected to others. They have stresses, maybe it's money problems, maybe it's more health problems, maybe it's relationship problems. And you, as a healthcare professional, have this amazing opportunity to serve them in their personal life. You know, my story about mission and serving, it began in 2006 when I was sitting at an Easter sunrise service. You know, I'm not afraid. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer, and I go to these sunrise services. And usually the pastor or speaker gives the same message about the Easter story. But this particular Easter sunrise service, the pastor got up there and said, you know, I'm going to suppose that since you're here at 6:30 a.m., your faith is solid. And I'm not going to give the Easter story. What I want to talk about is, what are you doing with the gifts that God has given you? What are you going to do with the gift that you've been given for 7, 8, 9, 10 years of schooling for you to become a dentist? Up to this point in my career, I hadn't really thought about how service in my personal life should be manifested in my professional life. And it occurred to me that PDS, my company, shouldn't just be about serving dentists and serving the team, but also how we serve them in their personal lives and serve the communities. Profit and purpose are not in conflict. They are interdependent and should be in balance. And that if we wanted to build an enduring institution and leave the right legacy, we had to put as much effort into the development of our people personally as we do professionally. You know, serving gives us a purpose behind the work we do. I've experienced that synchronizing this into our daily routines with the people that surround us, and that serve your patients, they will serve your patients at a much higher level. Your practice, wherever you practice, will matter to them. And you can get a level of commitment from them that you can't get otherwise. And you can engage their emotions into your practice. So I'm not afraid to say there is a business purpose behind integrating serving. You know, I've made every mistake there is known to man. I'm sure not perfect here. But inculcating service in the culture of your practice is core. We have a practice in San Antonio, Texas, that we support called Culebra Smiles. And the team was closing up on a Friday afternoon. The doc and the lead assistant, the manager, were there late in the afternoon on Friday. Cold winter day in Texas. It's 35 degrees out. And in comes this patient they had seen periodically, usually for urgent care or emergency care. He rode up on a bike, which he typically did. But they did what they were supposed to as, you know, professionals, took the patient in, took care of him that afternoon so he wouldn't have to go through the weekend in pain. On Monday morning, the doc came in early, getting set up, and noticed a pair of shoes in the trash can. And when they were doing their morning huddle that morning, the doc asked the team, she said, you know, why are there shoes in the trash can? What's going on here? And the lead dental assistant who'd stayed late to help the patient out that Friday evening spoke up and he said, you know that patient we helped out Friday afternoon? When I was cleaning the room and helping him out, I noticed that his shoes were worn down, and I noticed that he had holes in the bottom of his shoes. So I asked him, what size foot do you have? And the patient said, I have a 9.5. And his dental assistant said, well, I have a 9.5 too. Dental assistant proceeded to take his shoes off and give them to this patient so this patient would have shoes for that cold winter weekend. And the dental assistant, Jorge Gonzalez is his name, walked to his car that night in his socks just so he could serve that patient. That level of service and that idea of service doesn't come naturally. It comes from inculcating the power of service into your practice, however you are going to practice. All these people in your life that you're going to come in contact with at your practice will gravitate to that level of service. Your partners, your patients, your vendor partners, your community. They all have lives outside the work, and as the practice leader, many of them are going to rely on you to help create harmony in their life. Our Creator created us to work. And after our work, and our work can serve a higher purpose. In your career, you chose a career, 365 days a year. People are going to look up to you as a leader. And you will create your own ecosystem. But what an opportunity, what an incredible opportunity you have created for yourself. It is the golden age of dentistry. It is the golden age for dentists in America. These are truly exciting times. My challenge to all of you is to embrace the changes, figure out how you are going to continually serve your patients, your team members, and your communities. And as we say in our organization, stay hungry and humble. The last part's a little hard for all of us, type A's. Stay hungry and humble. You're at the right time, in the right place, in the right profession. Please don't take what you have earned for granted. Today, tomorrow, and the next day, it's all a gift. I encourage you to lead a life of purpose. And then, through your commitment to your unique purpose, make a difference in this world by serving others. Thank you. I don't know if I'm supposed to introduce somebody next. Doc? Let's see. Is it on here? You're up?
Thank you, Mr. Thorne, for your remarks. We appreciate all that you've done for the practice of dentistry. I now invite Dr. Rachel Novak, Assistant Dean of Admissions and Student Affairs, to the podium to begin the hooding portion of the ceremony.
Mr. Thorne, that was beautiful. Thank you for that focus on service. I'm going to take the next few minutes to just recognize some of the service that our students have done and our faculty and staff have done. Roseman DMD students have developed a national reputation for their involvement in community service, student organizations, and special interest groups. Our student organizations have received dozens of awards and recognitions, and many have served in appointed and elected positions on the local, regional, state, and even at national levels. Even more have served on CODM committees to make our educational program, events, activities, and community initiatives successful. Your accomplishments are the direct result of working together in teams. Although some of you were the designated leaders, all of you involved helped make things happen, including faculty advisors and staff up on the stage. Your collective efforts were nothing but extraordinary. We now recognize the involvement of our students and faculty advisors in our events, activities, organizations, and community service. As I ask you to stand, please do so and remain standing until all groups have been recognized. I ask the audience to hold your applause until the last group has been introduced. If you were involved with our Student Dental Association, which is our student council, served as a DSA advisor, or attended their meetings as a dean or director, please stand. If you were involved with a class presidency, served in any appointed position or on project teams for your class, or advised class officers, please stand. If you served in the presidency, an appointed position, or on a team for any of our student organizations or special interest groups, or served as a faculty advisor, please stand. If you were a part of any of our clinic, curriculum, or event committees, or if you advise these groups, please stand. If you served in positions or on committees for local, state, national, or international organizations, or if you advise these groups, please stand. If you were part of our research teams, NSRG, or advise research initiatives, please stand. Participated in Roseman DMD community events such as Give Kids a Smile, Area Health Educators, Give New Utahns a Smile, Head Start, Back to School Brush Up, Junior League Care Fair, Gail Miller Homeless Resource Center, Patient Assistance Fund, Policy and Advocacy Day, Smile Station, Special Olympics, Middle School Science Fair, Project Homeless Connect, and Veterans Appreciation events, or served as a faculty advisor, please stand. All of our students should be standing. You all did many of those events. I believe the number of students and faculty now standing demonstrates Roseman DMD's commitment to developing students who, as graduates, as Mr. Thorne mentioned, will continue their involvement in organized dentistry and focus on serving the communities around them. They learned how to do it while in Roseman's Doctor of Dental Medicine program by uniting the science and heart of healthcare. Please join me in recognizing their accomplishments. Thank you. Please be seated. We're so very proud of all of you. We're now ready to begin the hooding portion of this ceremony. In a moment, I will ask the members of the class of 2024, CODM faculty, university trustees, representatives from the UDA, as well as healthcare profession family members or mentors who've been asked to bestow the hood for their student to stand and move towards the stage entrance. President Kaufman will join Dean LeCarey on stage to congratulate our newest doctors of dental medicine for their achievement on this side. Some of our students were unable to attend our awards banquet that we held last week, and we handed out challenge coins. If you missed the event, I will be standing off stage to give you one of our challenge coins. I now request that the first row of the class of 2024 please stand. Those bestowing the hoods, please stand and proceed towards the stage. As a reminder, on the program that you all received when you came in, there's a QR code on it, and that QR code will take you to the full program, which includes photos of all of our graduates and a history of the regalia that we are wearing. I invite Dr. Angela Christensen and Dr. Dwayne Winden to the other podium to read the names of the members of the class of 2024 as they receive their hoods.
Dr. Basima Abdel Salam. Basima, woo! Basima will be completing a general practice residency in Long Branch, New Jersey.
Dr. Sophia Ahad. Sophia will be completing an AEGD residency at Star Dental Institute in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Dr. Juan J. Arbizu. Juan will be working at Professional Dental in Riverton, Utah.
Dr. Oliver Warren Atkinson. After graduation, Oliver will be working at a federal qualified health center in Washington.
Dr. Oksana Bailey. Oksana will be working at a private practice in Orlando, Florida.
Dr. Beatrice Ann Batista. Beatrice will be completing a pediatric residency at NYU Langone in Oahu, Hawaii.
Dr. Nedra Bemry. Nedra will be working at a private practice in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Dr. Jason Bennett. After graduation, Jason will be working at Canyon Road Dental in Provo, Utah.
Dr. Jordan Bretner. Jordan will be completing an orthodontic residency at Roseman University in Henderson, Nevada.
Dr. Daniel Brohard. Daniel will be completing a general practice residency for the United States Navy.
Dr. Joseph Brown. Joey will be completing an AEGD residency for the United States Army at Fort Carson in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Dr. Kevin Mitchell Brown. Kevin will be working at Comfort Dental in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Dr. Nailene Bowie. After graduation, Nalene will be working at private practice in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Dr. Scott Kane. Scott will be completing a general practice residency at the VA in Dallas, Texas.
Dr. Carly Blaine Caldwell. After graduation, Carly will be working at private practice in Utah. Dr. Carly Blaine Caldwell. After graduation, Carly will be working at a private practice in Utah.
Dr. Gabriel Carberry. Gabriel will be completing a general practice residency at One Brooklyn Health Medical Center in Brooklyn, New York.
Dr. Joshua Chang. After graduation, Joshua will be working in private practice.
Dr. Jody Chang. Jody will be completing a pediatric dental residency at NYU Langone in San Diego, California.
Dr. Lindsay Jia Chow. Lindsay will be completing a pediatric residency at New York University College of Dentistry in Manhattan, New York.
Dr. Jason Coakley. After graduation, Jason will be working at a private practice in Lehi, Utah.
Dr. Nicholas Diedrich. Nick will be working at a private practice in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Dr. Vincent DeGelinardo. Vincent will be working at Bagnell Dentistry in Polson, Montana.
Dr. Courtney DeBron. Courtney will be working at a private practice in Mays Landing, New Jersey.
Dr. Jared Kirby Fasanat. Kirby will be completing an AEGD residency at Roseman University in South Jordan, Utah.
Dr. Chloe Isabel Esteban Faraday. Chloe will be completing an AEGD residency with the United States Navy.
Dr. Joshua Finch. Joshua will be completing an orthodontic residency at St. Louis University.
Dr. Ellen Gable. After graduation, Ellen will be working at a private practice in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Dr. David Gallardo Barajas. David will be working in private practice in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Dr. Bryce Tanner Gardner. Bryce will be working as a general dentist for the United States Navy.
Dr. Kellyanne Gilbert Haima. Kelly will be working at a family dental care in Dothan, Alabama.
Dr. Jude Peaumatau Goodwin. After graduation, Jude will be working at a private practice in Bryan, Texas.
Dr. Noelle Christine Granari. Noelle will be working at a private practice in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Dr. Tapasia Gurumurthy. Tapasia will be working for Parkway Dental Group in Lincoln, California.
Dr. Nicole Hablitzel. Nicole will be completing an AEGD residency at the Juneau Clinic in Juneau, Alaska.
Dr. Diarmid Hall. After graduation, Diarmid will be working at a private practice in Utah.
Dr. Joshua Haum. Joshua will be completing an AEGD residency for the United States Army.
Dr. Dallas Mark Hassan. Dallas will be completing an orthodontic residency at the Georgia School of Orthodontics.
Dr. Hannah Hegeman Behrens. After graduation, Hannah will be working in private practice.
Dr. Luke James Hiley. Luke will be working at Yellowstone Family Dental in Billings, Montana.
Dr. Suleen Rapoli Hill. Sue will be working at Sunset Health in Yuma, Arizona.
Dr. Danielle Hoang. Danielle will be working at a private practice in Oregon.
Dr. Kyle Howard. Kyle will be working at the Community Health Clinic of Central Washington in Ellensburg, Washington.
Dr. Chase Joseph Hullinger. Chase will be working for the United States Army.
Dr. Pedram Barzin Imani. Pedram will be completing an AEGD residency for the United States Army in Colorado.
Dr. Noreen Ishavanova. Noreen will be completing an AEGD residency at the Roseman University in South Jordan, Utah.
Dr. Jason Jung. Jason will be completing an orthodontic residency at the University of Minnesota.
Dr. Lynn Hassan Kabani. Lynn will be working at Smile Club with Altius Dental in Houston, Texas.
Dr. Jensen Kang. Jensen will be completing an AEGD residency at NYU Langone in Brighton, Colorado.
Dr. Julie Junyoung Kang. Julie will be completing a general practice residency at the Corporal Michael Crescens Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Pennsylvania.
Dr. Erica Cargelati. After graduation, Erica will be working at Heartland Dental in Boise, Idaho.
Dr. William Kay. William will be completing an AEGD residency at NYU Langone in Mesa, Arizona.
Dr. Kyle Xavier Koch. Kyle will be working at Adventure Dental in Greeley, Colorado.
Dr. Faye Michelle Cutlia-Rainco. Faye will be completing a general practice residency at the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill Medical School Center.
Dr. Andrew Stephen Lambert. Andrew will be working at Lumino Dental in Okmulgee, Oklahoma.
Dr. Grant Lambrecht. Grant will be working at Bright Now Dental in San Rafael, California.
Amanda Lay. After graduation, Amanda will be working at a private practice in San Jose, California.
Dr. Tara Tram Bao Lay. Tara will be completing an AEGD residency for the United States Army at Fort Liberty.
Emily Lear, Dr. Emily Lear. Emily will be completing an AEGD residency at the University of Cincinnati.
Dr. Landon Leadingham. Landon will be completing a pediatric residency at Geisinger Medical in Danville, Pennsylvania.
Dr. Carol Lee. Carol will be working in private practice in Sacramento, California.
Dr. Allison Caitlin Leon. Allison will be completing an orthodontics residency at Georgia School of Orthodontics in Atlanta, Georgia.
Dr. Kylie Lynn. After graduation, Kylie will be working at a private practice in San Rafael, California.
Dr. Cooper Lynch. Cooper will be working at Southern Point Dental and Implants in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dr. Pulak Muhajan. Pulak will be working in private practice in Illinois.
Dr. Jenna McCarthy. Jenna will be completing an AEGD residency at the Southern Illinois University.
Dr. Shivnesh Naiker. Shivnesh, private San Francisco, California.
Dr. Daniel Nam. Daniel will be completing an AEGD residency at NYU Langone in Henderson, Nevada.
Dr. Lee Wynn. Lee will be working at Smith Dental Care of Anderson in South Carolina.
Dr. Samim Nowruz. Samim will be completing a general practice residency at the University of Washington.
Dr. Margaret Louise Boyle Olinto. Maggie will be working at Platinum Dental in Mill Creek, Utah.
Dr. Vanessa Paredras. Vanessa will be working at a dental service organization in Bountiful, Utah.
Dr. Jose Luis Penaloza Guevara. Jose will be working at a Dental Care Alliance in Orlando, Florida.
Dr. Benjamin Raymond. Ben will be completing an orthodontic residency at St. Louis University.
Dr. Haley Rice. Haley will be working at Alcorn Dental in Highland, Utah.
Dr. Benjamin Ricks. After graduation, Ben will be completing an endodontic residency at Boston University. endodontic.
Dr. Riley Savage. Riley will be working at South Texas Veterans Healthcare System in San Antonio, Texas.
Dr. Jacob Brent Schwanevelt. Jacob will be completing an orthodontic residency at Roseman University in Henderson, Nevada.
Dr. Neha Sharma. After graduation, Neha will be working at private practice in Houston, Texas.
Dr. Nathan Sickler. Nathan will be working at Sand Creek Dental in Glendive, Montana.
Dr. Mason Bart Smith. Mason will be completing a pediatric residency at Yale's Children's Hospital in New Haven, Connecticut.
Dr. Brock Reed Stringham. Brock will be working at Health West in Pocatello, Idaho.
Dr. William Sutherland. William will be working at Hill Country Community Clinic in Redding, California.
Dr. Bao Shirley Tao. Bao will be completing a pediatric residency at the University of Minnesota.
Dr. Cole Thompson. After graduation, Cole will be working at Boca Dental in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Sorry. Dr. Jeffrey Stephen Toski. Jeff will be working in a private practice in San Jose, California.
Dr. Heather Trin. Heather will be completing an AEGD residency at NYU Langone in South Jordan, Utah.
Dr. Madeline Tucker. Madeline will be working at a private practice in Orange County, California.
Dr. Virginia Venegas. Virginia will be working at Dental Transformations in North Carolina.
Dr. Jamima Sarah Varghese. Jamima will be completing a pediatric residency at the University of Buffalo School of Dental Medicine.
Dr. Parnian Vadat. Parnian will be working at Dental Dreams in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Dr. Teresa Vu. Teresa will be completing a pediatric residency at the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio, Texas.
Dr. Tess Wallace. Tess will be completing a surgical prosthodontic residency at the University of Pennsylvania.
Dr. Emma Catherine Williams. Emma will be working at the Dental Depot in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Dr. Matthew Scott Wright. Matthew will be working at Valor Dental and Braces in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Dr. Serena Yagubian. Serena will be working at a private practice in Chicago, Illinois.
Dr. Edward Yates. Edward will be working at Blackstone Dental in Cottonwood Heights, Utah.
Dr. Fabad Ushaisi. Fabad will be working in a private practice in Los Angeles, California.
Dr. Ashley Zhang. Ashley will be completing a general practice residency at Sepulveda VA in Los Angeles, California.
Dr. Diana Zen. Diana will be completing an AEGD residency at St. Vincent de Paul in New York University. Please join us in congratulating our newest Doctors of Dental Medicine.
Congratulations on receiving your doctoral hoods. Next is your public commitment to the patients you will serve. I ask Dr. Jonathan Fairbanks, Assistant Dean of Clinical Education and Patient Care, to come to the podium to lead the students in the Dentist Pledge.
First, I would like to remind all in attendance the Dentist Pledge is shown in your program. As we take this pledge, look around at those who gather with you, your friends, lifelong colleagues, and family. They and every patient you will see are the people to whom you are making this pledge. This is your commitment. When you see state your name, please say your full name. Graduating members of the class of 2024 and all dentists present, please rise, raise your right hand, square your arm, and recite the Dentist Pledge with me. I, John Fairbanks, as a member of the dental profession, will keep this pledge and these stipulations. I understand and accept that my primary responsibility is to my patients, and I shall dedicate myself to render to the best of my ability the highest standard of oral health care and to maintain a relationship of respect and confidence. Therefore, let all come to me safe in the knowledge that their total health and well-being are my first considerations. I shall accept the responsibility that, as a professional, my competence rests on continuing the attainment of knowledge and skill in the arts and sciences of dentistry. I acknowledge my obligation to support and sustain the honor and integrity of the profession, and to conduct myself in all endeavors such that I shall merit the respect of patients, colleagues, and my community. I further commit myself to the betterment of my community for the benefit of all society. I shall faithfully observe the principles of ethics and code of professional conduct set forth by the profession. All this I pledge with pride in my commitment to the profession and the public which it serves. I congratulate each of you for publicly affirming your professional responsibilities through the pledge. And if they haven't, please be seated. I now ask Dr. James Hupp, Senior Associate Dean, to come to the podium to recognize our newest members of OKU.
I have the privilege of introducing our newest members of Omicron Kappa Epsilon, or OKU, which is the National Dental Honor Society. It was organized by the Northwestern University Dental School class of 1914 and was officially incorporated by the state of Illinois on 15 March 2015. OKU was to have as a standard for its membership certain ideals which are found in the preamble of the first Constitution. It reads as follows: to encourage and develop a spirit of emulation among students in dentistry, and to recognize in an appropriate manner those who shall distinguish themselves by a high grade of scholarship. Today, we recognize those graduating students who have been selected to the prestigious organization based on meeting the requirements as established by Roseman University CODM chapter Beta Iota, in keeping with the spirit of ideals of the founding chapter as previously mentioned. Would the following students please stand and remain standing until all names have been read, and audience, please hold your applause until all students have been recognized. Oliver Atkinson, Daniel Brohard, Ellen Gable, Nareen Isha Nova, Lynn Cabani, Margaret Alinto, Riley Savage, Mason Smith, Madeline Tucker, Jemima Varghese, Edward Yates. Congratulations on being selected for OKU. I now invite Dr. William Carroll and Trustee Mark Howard to join me at the podium to lead the commissioning of the graduates entering the military.
I will do so help me God.
So will I.
Congratulations, class. I'm really proud of the ducks, the geese. Serving our country as a member of the armed forces or public health service is a definite honor. We have been told by military representatives that our DMD program has the highest number of students on both the military and public health scholarships of any school in the United States. At the conclusion of their dental program, those who are on the military health scholarships are inducted into one of the uniformed services. As a retired naval captain, it is my honor to lead the commissioning ceremony with Dr. James Hupp, fellow retired naval captain, and Trustee Mark Howard, retired colonel in the United States Air Force. As is customary with military tradition, dating back well over 200 years, all officers of the eight uniformed services of the United States swear or affirm an oath of office upon commissioning and/or promotion. They are commissioned under the authority of the President of the United States with the advice and the consent of the United States Senate in accordance with Section 3331, Title 5. That's the small print, so the fine print you need to read. The graduates who will be sworn in today will have the rank of O3s, captains in the Air Force and Army, and lieutenants in the Navy or the Public Health Service. I now ask the 7 officers being commissioned today to come to attention as I call your name and remain standing for the oath. From the Navy, Daniel Brohart. Also from the Navy, Chloe Isabel Fodari. From the Army, Joshua Hom, Pedro Mamani, Tara Lee, Chase Hullinger, Joseph Brown. Before I administer the oath, I invite all active duty, reserve, and retired members of the uniformed services from our faculty and in the audience to stand at attention at your seat here in Abravanel Hall, or wherever you are via YouTube to witness the oath being administered. To those of you now standing, thank you for your service. I will now administer the officer's oath. Just like with Dr. Fairbanks with the dental oath, just when it says state your name, say your name, okay? And we'll say it all together. Please raise your right hand, square your arm, and repeat after me. I, William Carroll, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations to all of you. Now, in addition to our military officers, 9 of our graduating students will serve their country as part of the National Health Service Corps, Public Health Service Corps, or Indian Health Service. All of us can be very proud of our students here at Roseman who serve their country both at home and abroad. I ask the following students to stand as I call your name to be recognized by all of us assembled. Oliver Atkinson, Beatrice Batista, Jody Chang, Sullivan Hell, Kyle Howard, Brock Stringham, William Sutherland, Teresa Vu, and Ashley Zhang. We also have a couple of veterans in our group here, and one who's about to enter the Navy in a few weeks, and I'd like to recognize them as well, and I want them to stand. From the Marine Corps Semper Fi, Luke Hiley. Hoorah. From the Navy, Scott King, and then Bryce Gardner is going to the Navy within a week or so. Bryce, congratulations. Please be seated. I now invite Dr. Dean LaCarrie back to the podium for closing remarks. Thank you.
First, I want to just personally thank the class of 2024. It's been an absolute honor having you here and to serve as your dean, so thank you so much. As you transition to the next phase of your career, you will join other Roseman alumni who are practicing in nearly all U.S. states, Canada, and several foreign countries. You will extend the reputation of our DMD program nationally and internationally. And to the family and friends present here today and via YouTube, you will be pleased to know that nearly all of our graduates already have jobs or are entering residencies. To our newest Doctors of Dental Medicine, I thank you for mentoring the rising D4 class and for all your other lifelong colleagues. Keep your focus on providing compassionate, evidence-based, person-centered care, and you will not only be successful, but you will unite the heart and science of healthcare. And that's what makes dentistry so remarkable and so satisfying. I'd like to thank every person in attendance here at Abravanel Hall or via YouTube for making this a very special occasion for the class of 2024. Family and friends, please remain seated until the stage party, faculty, and graduates have left the theater. They will be in the lobby to celebrate with you. Please enjoy, as I saw, please enjoy the eclipse, which is well-timed for the end of this event as we leave today. And again, congratulations to our newest doctors of dental medicine. Thank you.